What's going on, y'all? This is DJ So, and I'm back here with another video, another gig log. So welcome to the channel, and I hope that you enjoy this video. What I've got for y'all tonight is a prom for students that have special needs. This is a prom for them. It's going to be about 50 or 60 kids that show up, and it's about a 30-minute drive over at Munford High School. So come along with me, join me, and enjoy this gig log. Thanks for watching. So I'm just doing a little bit of a practice session here, just about maybe 15-20 minutes or so of just a practice session. I've made a playlist on my DJ Pro software of some of the songs that I'm thinking about playing for tonight. I also have a gig tomorrow night, so I've also made a playlist for that. And I am using No Song Requests. No Song Requests is a very useful app for DJs to make sure that you get songs that the people want to hear. So it comes with a QR code, and you just send that to the people that will be at the party. I send it to my main contact, and then they forward it to all the people that are signed up for the party for tomorrow's event, which is a father-daughter dance. And then they just go in there and put down what songs they want. So I'll talk a little bit more about No Song Requests and let you know how that works. But for this gig, I didn't use the No Song Requests because a lot of these songs that I'm playing tonight are just fun, upbeat songs, and for these kids, that's really all they want. They just want songs that they'll have a good time with. So I'm just practicing, make sure everything works good and works well with the mixer. I got my Wolf Mix, I got my both IR4s that I bring tonight, of course my MacBook Pro. And then one thing that I have to try to remember is my phone that I'm using right now. My phone, it loses charge very quickly because I do a lot of filming and videoing throughout the day, and so my battery goes down. I also use it for work, so I have to make sure that my phone is fully charged, and one way I do that is to make sure I have some type of battery bank that is charged, so that way I can charge it, or of course just plug it into an outlet. But sometimes I'm restricted if I plug it into a wall. So I like to bring a portable, it's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery charger, phone charger, and that's what I use whenever I need to charge my phone up. So one thing I've started doing is, if you recognize this, if you have this, it's the IR4 case from Both Lighting. And what I've started doing is just using this to charge my lights, but then when I transport to a gig, I've been putting my IR4s into a carry-on luggage because this thing has wheels and it's a little bit more transportable than this, which this is nice to have. It's a hard case, you know, but it doesn't have wheels. It's pretty heavy, and I've opted to use this carry-on. So I'm just trying to streamline my packaging, my transporting, just to make things a little bit easier for me. So we are here at my trailer at an undisclosed location, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff that I need for tonight's gig. So I'm gonna open up this trailer and put it in the van. I'm not gonna be taking the trailer tonight because I'm kind of taking a sort of smallish setup, so I really don't need to bring the trailer tonight. So let's do it. All right, y'all, so I got the van loaded up, but when I was unpacking one of my PRX1s, I noticed that they were wet, and we had a recent thunderstorm come through on Tuesday. So this place floods. It's in a really low-lying area in town, so I'm afraid that either water seeped into the trailer or it got up to the bottom of the trailer, which is, you know, only, gosh, it's probably 8 to 10 inches above the ground. So got to think about that when thunderstorms are coming. I got to get my trailer and move it to a higher spot. So I'm gonna plug in that speaker and see if it's working and test it out. So fingers crossed. That tonight's gonna be a good night. All right, y'all, I'm back at the house and crisis averted. The PRX1s work. I connected it at my work to see if they turned on. They turned on. and then I connected them to Bluetooth. So they are working. The water did not damage the speakers, so I got to make sure that that doesn't happen again. So lesson learned. All right, so I got everything packed up in the van. Gonna head out in about 20-25 minutes. Got my kids in the house, picked them up from school earlier, and gonna drop them off at a neighbor's house that lives nearby for them to stay at while my wife comes home from work. Just the little things that you have to do as a DJ and as a dad. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna take about 30 minutes to get to Munford High School, and then I'm gonna set up and I'll show you around. Y'all, we got everything set up. Jared is working on his gig bar right now. He's got the Chauve ILS command, and I'm also running the Wolf mix here. I've got the Denon controller, laptop is my MacBook, and then I'm running everything through the Go Rack for microphones and the Phoenix Pro, and then for speakers I'm using the PRX ones. For lights I've got the spider washes, and then we've got the glow tubes from Amazon, and then also both IR4s around the room. So it's gonna be a good night. Gonna get a little bit of footage. Hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you so much for watching. How's everybody feeling tonight? I hope you're ready to have a good time. I want to welcome everybody. Where's Munford? Munford people, where you at? What about Brighton? Where are my Brighton folks at? Yeah, Brighton. What about Covington? What about everybody in T County? Where you at? Everybody in Tipton County. Let's make some noise. My name is DJ Snow. I got DJ Jared with me right now. watching this video. Thank you for watching this gig. Everything went pretty good in this video. I don't know if you saw it, but Jared, he was there and he brought his gig bar. And I just made a comment to him about my reason for not really wanting and using a gig bar. And I had a reason of that if one of the lights goes broken or stops working, then it kind of just messes up the effect of the gig bar. So I told him that for that reason, I like to kind of just have different pieces of lights. Like if I want movers, I just get movers. Pars, I got pars. If I want a derby, I'll just buy a derby effect light. So not even 10 or 15 minutes that I said that, one of his moving heads stopped working. And I told him, I said, hey, I didn't mean to jinx you, but you know, this is one of the reasons why I don't like gig bars. And not to say that I don't like them, but I prefer not to use them. I feel like they're a good light for certain occasions, but if I'm going to spend that much, you know, $1,500 or so on a gig bar move, and then for one of the lights to go broken, and then it kind of disables the whole thing. I mean, I still use it, and it was still a good light to use for this event, but for that reason, I may not purchase a gig bar for that. But other than that, everything went great. You saw the kids dancing. They had a great time. The energy level was high. I tried to keep that energy level high. I played a couple slow songs, and there were parents there as well, and so I think they appreciated a couple slower songs as well. Sound was good when you were out on the crowd, but from where I was sitting, it was kind of hard to hear, and it had a different sound than when you were out there on the crowd. So, you know, I should have brought maybe a monitor, but it was fine. I had my headphones and I was queuing up songs that way. So anyways, that's the gig log. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually have a gig tonight, and I will do a gig log on that video as well. So thank you so much for watching. This is DJ So, Daddy by day, DJ by night. God bless.